Welcome back to Houston Life. Every day on the streets of Houston, homeless kids and young adults are trying to just get through the day. Lack of family support, abuse, neglect, conflict, or crisis. Those are all reasons a young person can find themselves in this situation.
Yeah, Covenant House Texas is one of the organizations working to help these young people, and joining us now with more on their life-changing mission and also a special event they have coming up. Felicia Broussard and Abigail, who got back on her feet thanks to the resources provided by Covenant House. Welcome to you both. And Abigail, we can't wait to hear more about your story. Just hearing about homelessness, I know it's a difficult conversation. A lot of people don't even realize just how bad it is in our community. But Felicia, why don't you give us the scope of the work that Covenant House is doing? Because you're stepping in where these young people really need your help.
Absolutely. Well, thank you first for having us here. And we want to talk about youth homelessness. And when you talk about youth homelessness, we're talking about 18 to 24-year-olds. And so young people who have experienced any number of difficult situations and trauma, really, in their background, either as a part of their childhood and adolescence, all the way through just the period of homelessness that led them to Covenant House. And when they get to us, our goal is to provide them with unconditional love and absolute respect by giving them a complete continuum of care, from shelter and all their basic needs every day, through career and education services, our medical clinic on campus that includes psychiatry and psychology, and then all the love and support. We're a faith-based organization, and so they have the opportunity to grow spiritually as well. But really, we want them to come out of Covenant House with the opportunity to heal and to live economically stable for the rest of their adulthood.
That is such a beautiful mission statement. And you think 18 and 24, okay, well, that's an adult, but it's so young, and it's at an age where things are still very shaky. And Abigail, you know, you had a situation where Covenant House Texas really, it came in the nick of time for you. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so I was active in addiction for about 6 years, and I got into some legal trouble. I went to jail a few times, and I felt hopeless and I felt down and out. And this last time I got into trouble, I just prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And I was like, you know, wherever you want me to go, take me there. And I got into the Covenant House. Like, as soon as I got out, I went to the Covenant House. And since I've been there in the last 2 months, I've got a job. I work as a receptionist in the Blue Building for the Covenant House. I've got money saved. I'm moving into ROP soon, which is for the youth who have jobs. And I'm doing amazing, incredible.
And this is only a few months later. I mean, Abigail, this is what I think is so incredible, that you describe your situation as being totally hopeless. And I mean, there were moments when you didn't know what you were going to do. I mean,
the majority of the time, I had no idea what I was going to do.
So what is that like when you're trying to think about the future and you realize that, oh my gosh, my options are maybe limited because I've made some mistakes? I
was living day to day. I was homeless for like 3 years, and I was just couch surfing, hotel surfing, and like I wanted to get out for a while, but I felt like there was no way. Like, I didn't know how. I never did anything for myself as an adult. I've been an addict since I was 18, so that had been my whole adult life. Wow. So when I found out about the Covenant House, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. They provide everything. I mean, they have everything. So
yeah, and I mean, that's a testimony in itself. And Felicia, that kind of speaks to why it's so important that you guys continue to have the funds to do what you do. When you hear Abigail's story, I mean, there are so many people just like her, young kids who are feeling hopeless.
Yep. Absolutely, and Abigail is one of many stories, but she's just a source of excellence, and we just know there's so much promise in every one of these youth. And if she can overcome this, we've seen it time and again, they just need some support and direction, and they have every opportunity just like everyone else. And so we're so excited for Abigail and very proud of you. Because you're just doing amazing things. And she is a young adult, and she is just really confident in what's ahead for her, and she's doing great things every day.
And Felicia, I like what you said about unconditional love, because a lot of us take that for granted. We don't get that from our families. And when a young person has no place to turn, and actually, I'm sure you see a lot of young 18-year-olds who are aged out of the foster care system as well, right?
38%. Last year, we surveyed our youth, and 38% had had some interaction with the foster care system.
Unbelievable. And then they end up on the streets. Well, Abigail, we're glad you're doing really, really well. And thank you for telling your story. And there's a really great event coming up with some songs, some dance, Broadway stars attending. So how does this all work? The general public buys a ticket to go out for a night of entertainment?
Absolutely. We still have some tables left, sponsorship tables and seats in the Wortham Center. The Act 1 is in the Cullen Theater. And not only will we have Broadway stars coming to Houston to perform their biggest hits from all our favorite shows, but some of our youth, including Abigail, will take the stage as well and sing next to the Broadway stars.
You're kidding.
It will be phenomenal. Yes.
That is amazing. That's such a bright note to end on. But Abigail, you had mentioned something to our producer because you have friends that are still struggling on the street, maybe perhaps even with addiction. What is your message to them?
Absolutely. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And I hope that they do it. And even if they're not 18 to 24, a lot of them aren't. If they want to do it, where there's a will, there's a way. And when you pray, it'll happen. God will make it happen. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. We're glad you're doing well, Abigail. We had the info on our screen, A Night of Broadway Stars. It's coming up May 16th. There's the info once again. And again, the money raised goes to help the programs of Covenant House, Texas, Night of Broadway Stars. So check it out. And Felicia Broussard, Abigail, thank you again for stopping by Houston Life and sharing your stories.
Thank you so much
For your work in the community. If you would like to connect with Covenant House Texas and learn more about their work in our community, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section.